So today, June 6th, marks my 5 month anniversary. Damn, an anniversary is crazy, but 5 months since I moved to LA to pursue my dreams, if you will. But I feel like in making this move and doing this thing that I've wanted to do for basically my entire life, like I've wanted to move out to LA since I like knew what the entertainment industry was, what Hollywood was. I just had such an allure to go out here and check it out and like see what it was all about and like all that shit that they package to you on Disney Channel. But I felt for it, girl, sorry. No, but in these last 5 months, it might have looked like, if you're on my private story or if you follow me on TikTok, it might have looked like I was having the time of my life, like doing the craziest shit, meeting the coolest people, which obviously, yes, is part of it, but a big part that I don't really share is just like how much growth and progression and just like shit that I was dealing with behind the scenes in moving here and like flipping my entire life on its head, basically. I grew up in a farm town, literally went to college 30 minutes away, but moving to a huge city, paying for everything myself, like being financially independent, having to be an adult, having to do all these things, figure all these things out, has been like insane, like genuinely. And I'm so grateful because all I know it's just like building me as a person and like I'm learning from it and growing from it and blah blah blah. But it's been hard. It's not all lucky rainbows, lucky charms, fruit by the fish, fruit by the what? It's not all cute and fun. I like to make it look like it is because I just don't like to be vulnerable a lot. I lost my train of thought, but basically I just wanted to chat with y'all about chasing your dreams because every single one of you has a dream. And if you don't, girl, get to journaling because we need to bring that out. We need to find that for you. Because you should have something that you want to work towards or just like think about and like have like a goal in mind. It doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't even have to be like a specific thing because I don't even really have a specific thing, but I just know I want to be successful and I have, my specific things that I want to achieve in life. And the first step was getting my ass here, and that's what I did. And I will say, for those of you who are watching this who like want to follow your dreams and are like really passionate about it and like keep thinking about it, you have to do it. Like I'm telling you right now, do it or you will regret it. Because how many people do you know? You probably know at least like 5 to 10 people above the age of like 25 who can tell you right now that like they wish they did more things when they were younger. They wish they followed their dream before they got locked in with kids or like being, whatever. Even if it's scary, even if what I'm about to say is scary, you should still do it because it's all about the human experience. Like you need this for your life, okay? But yeah, so I moved here on January 6th of 2026. Yeah, that's where I was on January 6th, okay? I was moving my ass here and I was crying. I feel like when you first move somewhere, it doesn't really matter where you move, but there's this high that you get after, obviously, like you get acclimated a little bit. You get this kind of high where it's like anything goes. I'm down for anything and I don't really have any rules for myself and I don't really have to follow the schedule or whatever because I'm new here. Like, it's my first day. Like, that was my mindset for literally 2 months. I'm not even joking. Like, I would DoorDash whatever I wanted. I would, like, go out whenever I wanted. I would drink whatever I wanted, which is fine and all. And I still kind of, like, do most of that to an extent. But, like, I just wanted to feel comfortable. And when you're in just such a different atmosphere than you're used to, you really do crave comfortability 10 times more. I feel like that's just, like, the natural order of humans is to find comfort. Like that's what we're built for. But again, with comfort comes, stagnance or whatever the word is. So do with that what you will. But yeah, after that 2 months is when like the first crash kind of fell in and like the reality set in and you're like, oh wait, I actually have to be a human being. Like I actually have to be a person, even though I'm in this world that's like still not super my own yet, or like I'm not like comfortable in, like I still have to be living in a way that is sustainable. And so that was when I realized like, oh shit, I need to make a schedule. Like I have to just like have some responsibility for myself and not just like float into the ether. And yeah, so I will say every single month so far, I've had some sort of like, I wouldn't say crash out, but just freak out or just anxiety attack or just a week where I'm like feeling so dysregulated because I just keep getting different waves and strains of acclimating here, I guess you could say, and like getting comfortable here. But yeah, so I'm here now period. And like I've gotten to experience a lot of things so far already, which I'm so grateful for. I've gotten to meet a lot of really, really cool people. I've met friends. That was my iPad, I swear to God, okay? Met friends, I've gotten to do like super cool experiences, all that, which is all really cool. And I'm so grateful that I was able to do those things. But it got to a point where I was starting to hate being alone. And that was a really, 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 and still is. I'm also dealing with everything that I'm saying right now. I'm still kind of dealing with, but basically that was a really, really weird feeling for me because of the fact that I spent literally all of 2025 basically by myself and like building up that like comfortability and like trust and confidence in being alone and finding comfort in that. And I was so good at it in 2025. But then when I moved out here, I just felt like such a deeper level of like loneliness. So then whenever I did have like an experience or like a hangout even or just like literally anything that involved like talking to someone, I jumped at the opportunity, but then I would come home and then instantly get into this like depressed state where I'm just like, all right, now what? But I'm like working on finding the balance more and more. And I think that also just comes with having a routine in general. And like I got a gym membership and I'm like starting to meal plan more and stuff like that. I have my routine. I go to my coffee shop, you know, I do all these things. I go on my walk, I have my walk routes and stuff like that. So I'm like building into more of a routine. But that leads me into my next point where I actually just started like kind of thinking this way and like struggling with this where it's like, okay, I'm building this routine that's very similar to the routine that I might have had back home where I grew up. And I had this like existential kind of thing where I was like, okay, I'm doing basically the same thing, but I'm paying for it all. I'm doing it 1,000 miles away from where I was doing it before. And yeah, I'm like experiencing new things and it's like in a different environment, but like the principle of it all, especially when I'm alone, is the same. So I was like, wait, what is the point of me being out here? That's what I started thinking at first. But then I was like, hold on, girl. It's so easy to forget how shitty you felt somewhere when you're out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I had to remind myself that like I'm here for a reason and I'm here for the long run and that like I've also only been here for 5 months. Like that in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. But yeah, I'm just still in that like push and pull kind of balancing act of like finding my grounding here, finding my roots. It's so easy to think back and see how easy it is to ground in somewhere like Connecticut for me at least where I grew up for 20 years because it's like duh like you've been growing those roots for 20 years so you can come back and so easily ground yourself there. Obviously you can't do that here wherever you move to as quickly or as easily because you just don't have roots here yet. And I'm working on those. These are the damn roots, you know, like damn, I'm digging for real. There's such a volume of opportunity in LA that you can just kind of get lost in it and like you can't really kind of pinpoint exactly what you want to focus your energy on because there's so much of it. And that's what I'm kind of like trying to deal with too is like, what do I want to do? I feel like I keep changing and I feel like I keep meeting more people who are doing different things that I didn't even know like existed or like creative jobs that like I didn't even know like a possibility, you know? Like, so it's like, oh my God, like I'm constantly getting like hit with more information and then my brain's like, okay, how do I do that? How do I do that? And then I just get overwhelmed like basically every day because I'm like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Like I'm just not doing enough then, I guess, if I'm not getting these opportunities, if I'm not getting these like connections. But you have to remember that the universe got you. Like the universe has got you, especially if you have already taken the leap of like moving out to and immersing yourself in the environment that you want to be into. Like that is the first step. And that is probably arguably the hardest step. Actually, I would say the second hardest step. I think the hardest step is like keeping the ball rolling after you move here. But yeah, that is one of the hardest steps is getting your ass out of wherever you came from. Because a lot of us are so comfortable being at home and being where we grew up and like where our roots are, which there's nothing wrong with that. Every day, I just trust that the universe has got me. I have my mantras, I have all that stuff. But like at the end of the day, it's really up to you and the universe to get you to where you need to go. And as long as, at least for me, I keep creating, I think I will get to wherever I want to go. And that's the vibe I'm in right now is creative mode because I hate just getting annoyed with myself over like why I'm not getting opportunities or like views or whatever it could be. but then I'm only posting like once a week, or I'm only creating something once a week. Doesn't even have to be posting, but like only drawing something, only, you know, thinking of something once a week. Like, you know, obviously I'm not going to get to the level I want to get to when I'm not outputting the same level of content or creativity. So I'm really trying to just grind it out and not get distracted and like comfortable again and stuff like that. So anyways, I hope this video made at least a little bit of sense, but hopefully that helped at least one person who's trying to figure out how to follow their dreams, because, well, maybe not, I don't even know. All I gotta say is take the dive, do it. Like literally just do it. Like Nike said, do it, like just fucking do it, okay? Yeah, like I'm still in the process and I can't wait to like follow this video up in another 5 months and to see where I'm at then, because I know that like I'm gonna continue to grow in like mentally, physically, well not physically, hopefully I'm gonna, what's the opposite of grow? I'm gonna physically, but yeah, I'm just excited for the journey. And you have to remind yourself, like, as cheesy as it sounds, it is the journey. Like, it is about the journey. It is about like how much you learn along the way, how much you get to grow along the way, how much you get to absorb. It's about experiencing things. Like all those memes, like they're so cheesy and cringe, but like they're so fucking true. See you when I see you, for real.